Yeah, music is super powerful. It's like a therapeutic thing for me. There's been times where I'm trying to like just figure out an issue that I'm having with myself or with someone else or something, and I'll just start trying to write out lyrics and very rough, just doesn't even rhyme half the time type of stuff. But, you know, it just helps the thought process flow, I think. And putting music to it, or, you know, if it's a film that I'm working on, it just, the creativity helps to, you know, just put the puzzle together, I guess. I was born and raised in San Antonio, Texas. Moved here to New Orleans when I was about 9 years old. Went to high school at NOCA for film, and now I'm just working and trying to pay bills. I was probably 9 or 10. It was when we had just moved here from San Antonio. I was on the playground, and then I just heard just like a hey. That was, you know, the first time that I had heard the voices in my head. It wasn't until high school, really, that I started to piece it together what it actually was, and I was like, oh, that's not normal. It just made me really uncomfortable. You know, I feel like growing up, you just hear about the stigma behind all that, and like, you know, the idea of like straitjackets in a rubber room and stuff like that. And so it just freaked me out being so young and not knowing what it really was, I guess, just the uncertainty. I was angry. I was very angry and short with people and short-tempered, screaming at teachers, and my grades were slipping. Nightmares were a big thing that I had to deal with. The depression was definitely a big part of it. It made me feel very isolated. Just thinking like this is my brain and this is how life is going to be forever made me very anxious. You know, again, the uncertainty of it just weighed on me a lot, and not being able to understand why it was happening to me. I didn't talk to my parents until probably my sophomore or junior year of high school, and it was only because I was literally losing my mind. I was sobbing like a baby. I didn't want to tell them. It was a brutal moment, but like taking that step was just like the gateway to my recovery and healing and all of the stuff that I've, you know, tapped into. The first psychiatrist that I saw, he diagnosed me with just severe depression, and he said that I had an overactive imagination. And at the time I was like, I don't think that's right, but I didn't question it. This guy was a pro, like, you know, who am I to say any different? But I met with Michael Dyer and talked to him a little bit one-on-one about what I was experiencing. And he was the one who told me, we think this sounds like schizoaffective disorder. And that was the first time I heard that. I was able to put a name to the stuff that I had been experiencing. It was very impactful, very emotional, you know, a lot of different things. I could not be more grateful for Calm and EPIC, just everything that they've done. You know, I was able to see that it wasn't just like, I mean, it is me, but like it's not all I am. And it was very empowering, I think. Carl's great, peer support specialist. He's the one who told me about that position, who got me involved in all that stuff. I hope I continue down the peer support specialist route. I'm really excited to get started with it. You know, they have the lived experience is the key component. And knowing that I have the ability and like the power to help people who are going through similar issues, I would be able to step in and be like, hey, I've gone through this. It's not the end of the world, and here's what we can do going forward. You know, I just want to be able to support those people and help them along. It's a process, and breaking down those walls and trying to disregard the stigma behind these things. It takes a lot of courage and a lot of strength to be able to open up about something like that to anyone, especially, you know, parents or someone who's very close to you, anyone who's close to you. There's more than just your illness. There's a real person underneath all that. It's just a matter of trying to chip away and figure out like who that person is and what it is that they want to do.